Hello student, myself Nimesh Prabhakar. Welcome to Automotive Electronics lecture series. In my previous lecture, I discussed about the vehicle batteries. In that lecture, we have discussed different types of the batteries that we use in a vehicle, and also we have discussed about the alternator. Now, in this lecture, we will discuss first about the electrical circuit and wiring in the vehicle. Then second one, we discuss about the vehicle communication buses, and last we discuss about the electric vehicle. So in this lecture, we will discuss about these three topics. So now, first one, we start with the electrical circuits and wiring in the vehicle. The car and light truck have extensive electrical system with lot of wiring and hundreds of circuits. An electrical circuit is basically a route or the path through which the electrons flow. So the electric circuit is one provide the path through which the electrons is flow. An electrical circuit must form a complete loop so the current will continue to flow. Now we discuss about the one and two wire circuit. So first one we discuss about the one wire circuit that's used in the car. So the branch circuit making up the individual system have one wire to conduct the electricity from the battery to the unit requiring it, and the ground connection at the battery and the unit to complete the circuit. Now, these are called the one wire circuit, or we can say another name is the branches of a ground driven system. Now the second one type is the two wire circuit. The two wire circuit require two wire to complete the electrical circuit. One wire from the source of the electrical energy to the unit it will operate, and another wire to complete the circuits from the unit back to the source of the electrical power. So this is the two wire circuit. Now also we discuss about the series and parallel circuit. Now first one we discuss about the series circuit. A series is a one in which all the circuit elements are connected end to end in a chain-like fashion. So here we can see the series connection. The current has only one path to flow, so the amount of current passing through it will be the same throughout. Now the second one is the parallel circuit connection. So in the left hand side we can see the parallel circuit figure. So a parallel circuit is one in which circuit elements are connected next, or we can say the parallel to one another. This creates a multiple branches or pathway through which current can flow. Now we discuss about the second one topic, that is the vehicle communication buses. A vehicle bus is a specialized internal communication network that interconnect component inside a vehicle. Now we discuss about the types of different communication buses. So first one is the CAN, or the full form of the CAN is the Controller Area Network. Now the second one is the LIN, LIN, Local Interconnect Network. Now third one is the FlexRec. Fourth one is the MOST, that means the Media Oriented System Transport. Now another two types is also used, like onboard diagnostic for the SAEJ1850 and SAEJ1708. So these are the different types of the vehicle buses. Now we discuss one by one. So first one we discuss about the CAN bus. CAN bus is employing a twisted wire pair where is specifically designed to be robust in the electromagnetically noise environment. The application of CAN bus in automobile include window and seat operation, engine management, then the brake control, and many other system control. Now the second one type of the bus is the LINK, that is local interconnect network. A primary advantage of this bus is that it can be implemented with a single wire. So we have discussed about the single wire and two wire circuit. So the advantage of this bus connection is that we can use the single wire connection. A small and relatively slow in vehicle communication and networking serial bus system. The LINK bus is used to integrate intelligent sensor and actuators. Now, third one is the FlexRay. FlexRay is a high-speed serial communication bus for in-vehicle network. It is an extended protocol version of a Wi-Fi. The extended FlexRay has the performance feature required for active safety such as redundant transmission channel and a fault-tolerant synchronization mechanism. Now the next one is the MOST, that is media-oriented system transport. MOST is designed for multimedia application in the automotive environment. It was intended to be implemented on the optical fiber so that the bit rate of this bus system are much higher than previous automotive bus technology. So here, this is the main advantage, that is the bit rate is the higher as compared to the other buses, because here we use the optical fiber. Most buses provide an optical solution for automotive peripherals like car radio, CD and DVD player, and GPS navigation system. Now next one bus is the SAE-J1850. The SAE-J1850 bus developed in 1994 and it used for a diagnostic and data sharing application in vehicle. It can be found in OBD2 connectors in some older mix of car. And last one is the SAE-J1708. So the J1708 provide a serial data communication between microcomputer system in heavy-duty vehicle application. So here we have discussed about the different types of the buses that use in the vehicle. And last one we discuss about the topic is the electric vehicle. So now the question comes in our mind, what is electric vehicle? So the definition is an electric vehicle is one powered by an electric motor rather than a traditional petrol diesel engine. So here we use the electric battery to run the car instead of using the petrol or diesel. This electric motor is powered by rechargeable battery that can be charged by common household electricity. Now we discuss about the types of electric vehicle technology. So first one is the fully electric car and the second one is the hybrid car. So now we discuss one by one. So first we discuss about the fully electric car. So the main part in the electric car are a rechargeable battery, controller and electric motor. So these are the three main parts of the electric vehicle. First one is the battery, second one is the controller and the third one is the motor. First the battery is powered, then the controller converts the current from the DC to AC so that it can be used by the motor. The motor converts electrical energy to the mechanical energy and then the vehicle runs. Now the next one is the hybrid car. The same technology exists in the hybrid car alongside a small gasoline engine running a generator. This powers the car at a cruising speed and batteries provide extra power when the accelerating. Battery can recharge themselves when the car is decelerating or standing still. Hybrid technology means that your petrol goes much further, saving you money and reducing environmental impact. Now we discuss about what are the benefits or we can say the advantages of the electrical cars. So the first one advantage is they produce no tailpipe emission. So better for the planet. So here there is no emission generated inside from the car. So it is really very good for our planet. Now the second one, they are exempt from the road tax. Third one, they often have a smoother drive than petrol car. Fourth one advantage is they are cheaper to run as compared to petrol and diesel engine. Then next one is do not need much maintenance as they have fewer moving parts. Now we discuss about the downside or we can say the disadvantages of the electrical car. So the first one is they can have a comparatively limited range. This depends on the model, the weather and the style of the driving. Now the second one is depending on the car and the charger, they can take a long time to charge. Battery may need replacing after 5 to 10 years in order to retain efficiency. After a few thousand or few charges, the battery will lose its ability to hold charge as effectively. So we have to change the battery after 5 to 10 years. And last one disadvantage is not all part of the country will have charging point nearby. So to charge, we have to build the charging station and it is not available in all the cities. So these are the limitations or we can say the downside of the electrical vehicle. So today we have discussed about the electrical circuit and wiring in the bus or in the vehicle. Then we have discussed about the vehicle communication buses. And last we have discussed about the electric vehicle. Thank you. Hello and welcome to our channel Electronics and Communication Engineering. Congratulations to find us for learning. You are watching a lecture session on automotive electronics that has approx 15 sessions and more are coming up. We have more than 1200 sessions in various lecture series on courses for electronics and communication engineering. Watch it and learn. If you like it, share it. subscribe it and press bell icon to receive all updates on new session. Enjoy learning.